In the 22nd century, the medical rescue vessel Nightingale cruised its routine deep space route. During a break, crewman Benjamin was interrupted from his sleep when the ship's AI, Sweetie, asked him to play chess.
Benjamin, can we play chess now?
Elsewhere, Yerzy and Danica spent time together in a private section, while Captain Marley watched old Tom and Jerry in the command area. Dr. Kayla examined Nick, a former drug addict, as an outdated support robot tried to assist and irritated him.
Captain's big on 20th century cultural artifacts, so we did him up as a World War I fighter pilot.
Kayla explained Marley preferred older-era equipment and urged Nick to join Benjamin for a card game so he could reconnect with the crew. Later, Nick confronted Kayla about her emotional distance. She admitted she hated addicts, saying they usually harm everything around them.
I don't like hazing. It's not just a type H mind-altering escape.
Before the tension grew, Sweetie triggered an emergency alert. A distress signal had finally arrived after 5 days, not from the medical network, but from Titan 37, an isolated ice mining facility beyond the known colonies. Sweetie reported Titan had been knocked out of orbit, creating severe gravitational disturbances, and the call seemed suspicious because the site had been abandoned for years.
The signal's degraded. It's taken 5 days to get here.
Please note, this moon was expelled from orbit around its original star system.
Tracing the transmission, the crew identified the sender as Carl Larson, which shook Kayla because he had been an abusive partner from her past. Despite the extreme distance, they prepared for a dimensional jump requiring stabilization chambers. Marley told Kayla to use his personal chamber, while he took another without explaining why. Once secured, the Nightingale engaged plasma propulsion and crossed the distance in moments, arriving near Titan 37.
I need to talk to you about this
When
call.
we get there, I want you to use mine over there. I'll use number 4.
They arrived to a nightmare. Marley's chamber failed during the jump, trapping him with his body fused to the transparent surface. As Kayla rushed to help, another alarm sounded. The ship struck a dense debris field from Titan's instability, severely damaging the fuel tank and pulling the Nightingale into a powerful gravitational force. Kayla, Yerzy, and Danica fought to save Marley as the emergency intensified.
He's still alive.
Nick and Benjamin reached the control room and found the situation worsening. The main engine was badly damaged, fuel was draining fast, and the gravity of a nearby blue giant star was dragging the ship into an uncontrolled descent. Sweetie reported the remaining thrusters could not achieve escape, so Nick disabled the computer systems and took manual control to stabilize the vessel and buy time.
We jumped into a high grav field right in the path of that moon's debris cloud.
While Nick flew, the others still could not unlock Marley's chamber. In extreme pain, Marley begged for relief. Danica hesitated, but Kayla ended his suffering.
Kill me. Please.
Nick managed a brief stabilization, but it consumed nearly all remaining fuel. After restarting Sweetie, they learned most of the fuel supply was gone. Sweetie projected total system failure in 17 hours, the exact time needed for the jump engine to recharge, leaving only an 11-minute window to escape.
The dimension drive must recharge in order to escape high solar gravity field.
As Sweetie scanned Titan for Carl, Nick brought Kayla alcohol, and they silently marked Marley's death. During the pause, Yerzy unexpectedly asked for approval to have a child, exposing a raw tension. Danica, who had wanted to be a mother, suddenly seemed uncertain.
In the spirit of friendship, maybe we could share a glass.
Soon after, Benjamin discovered a ventilation malfunction had caused Marley's fatal injuries. Kayla realized Marley must have seen something critical on his display before the jump, which likely explained why he reassigned chambers earlier.
He saw that too. He had to. So he took my DSU.
Sweetie then detected a transport vessel leaving Titan, with no response from its pilot. With no time to maneuver, the crew braced for impact. When it docked, the Nightingale jolted violently. The doors opened to an unconscious pilot surrounded by fire. Yerzy smothered the flames with a fire extinguisher as Kayla examined the survivor.
Check his vital signs.
After removing the helmet, she confirmed the man was not Carl. He was moved to the medical bay, where scans showed an unusually reinforced skeletal structure, but no immediate threats.
It looks almost as if his bones are strengthening themselves.
After further evaluation, Kayla told Nick the man was not Carl Larson, despite the strong resemblance, and she suspected a family link. Danica left briefly to grab supplies, then returned to find the stranger walking freely in the infirmary without clothing. He called himself Troy and directed unwanted attention at Danica, making her visibly uncomfortable.
You're very pretty. I haven't been around a girl in a while.
Another complication followed. 6 people were now aboard, but only 5 stabilization chambers still worked. Nick chose to stay behind so the others could jump, then request help once safe.
We jump as scheduled. I'll stay behind, take my chances in the shuttle.
You won't even have a chance.
During a later inspection, Kayla questioned Troy about his past. He claimed he had lived alone on Titan for years and that he was Carl Larson's son, insisting Carl had died 3 years earlier. Troy admitted he resented his father and said Carl once told him, during an emergency, to contact Kayla, the only person he trusted.
He's probably one of the worst people that ever lived. He said that if I ever got into trouble, that you were the person to call.
Nick gave Troy a vitamin injection and pushed for clarity about his motives. Troy repeated that he had arrived with companions to explore Titan, but was abandoned after they found nothing valuable. He also revealed Titan contained large fuel reserves, prompting Nick to organize a fuel run. Still wary, Nick quietly instructed Yerzy to inspect Troy's vessel.
There's plenty of it down there. That's one of the things we're down there scavenging.
Every piece of equipment, anything that looks suspicious, I want to know about it.
Already irritated by Troy's behavior toward Danica, Yerzy boarded the transport and scanned it. Inside a container, he found a glowing purple object. Curious, he touched it and felt a powerful sensation before pulling back. When Nick arrived, Yerzy denied contact, but the object was seized and transferred to the Nightingale. Sweetie flagged it as a possible biological threat, and Kayla used a remote robotic unit to seal it in quarantine.
Now why would I do something like that?
Confronted, Troy admitted he had hidden the object because he did not want to share it. He explained that years earlier, he intercepted a minor transmission describing something unusual embedded in Titan's ice. After assembling a small group to investigate, he discovered the mining team missing without explanation. His companions accused him of inventing the story and left, but Troy remained until he located the artifact. Convinced it was not human, he planned to sell it to government authorities.
I stayed on, took my time, searching every inch.
Troy proposed cooperation, offering the crew a share of any reward. Disputes followed. Troy and Yerzy wanted to keep it, while others doubted Troy's honesty and intentions. Kayla questioned Troy's unusually strong bones, but he dismissed it as congenital.
Each.
Oh, 5% each, huh? How about we give you 5%? I'm the last one who found it.
Without agreement, Nick ordered a full scan and demanded all data be recorded, intending to discard the artifact once they reached a secure region. Uneasy, he privately warned the crew to watch Troy, then departed to collect fuel. As Kayla observed him leave, Troy remarked that his father had also been devastated when she left and that she had gone without a word.
I know that surprises you, but it's the truth.
The journey toward Titan proved dangerous as gravity caused rapid acceleration, yet Nick guided the ship safely to the surface. The descent system to the mines suffered interference from the intense gravitational forces, but completed its operation without serious failure.
Rescue return transport deployed.
Soon after, Troy approached Danica and probed her doubts. He learned she wanted a child and questioned Yerzy's suitability. Exploiting her uncertainty, Troy drew closer, and the interaction led to a brief, intimate involvement. Yerzy, meanwhile, could not resist the quarantined artifact. He bypassed the barrier and touched it again, drawn by the sensation. In the lab, Kayla and Sweetie uncovered alarming results. The object contained matter beyond known space and physics, functioning like a layered shell shielding a ninth-dimension entity.
Suggests the presence of extra-dimensional isotopic matter.
Extra-dimensional.
Kayla concluded whatever lay inside possessed enough power to erase an entire universe and begin another. She also feared it was a trap designed to be discovered and carried home, ensuring catastrophic destruction of any species that found it. After Kyla shared the danger with Benjamin, Danica rushed to Yerzy and found him asleep with the artifact. She pulled him away and called Kayla. Examination revealed the exposure had transformed him, restoring his body, making him younger, and greatly amplifying his strength.
Come towards me.
You're not just getting stronger, you're getting younger.
On Titan, Nick made his own horrifying discovery. He found dead workers sealed in their suits and no fuel anywhere, the bodies matching Troy's supposed companions. Nick contacted the Nightingale, and Troy responded coldly, admitting he had killed the others to keep the artifact and warning Nick would be next. Using ship access, Troy hacked the mine's automated systems, unleashing a wave of mechanical destruction.
Like turn on equipment. Slam door shut.
Nick escaped by smashing through a glass barrier and sprinting through collapsing corridors as machines pursued him, reaching the elevator at the last moment. Over the security feed, Troy taunted him about his past addiction and revealed he had struggled with the same problem.
You are a recovering hazing addict.
Furious, Nick destroyed the camera, cutting off the only way to track Troy. Seconds later, he realized his shuttle was being taken without him. Back on the Nightingale, Danica entered the control room and caught Troy interfering with the shuttle controls. He claimed he was trying to help Nick, but she did not believe him. Troy tore the control stick free and threw it at her. He then forced himself on her and she fought back, hitting him and spitting at him. Troy struck her, dragged her to the decompression chamber, and opened it. Danica was ejected into space and died as she drifted away. As soon as she was gone, Troy's injuries closed and healed within seconds. Yerzy tried to access the ship's systems, but found the security codes had been changed. Troy appeared with unnatural strength and smashed the keyboard. His hands glowed purple, revealing he had also been altered by the artifact. Yerzy tried to run, but Troy hurled him across the room and blamed him for everything that had happened. Yerzy grabbed an oxygen tank and beat Troy with it. Troy barely reacted, though a heavier blow drew blood, but the wound healed quickly. Troy knocked Yerzy unconscious and ejected him into space.
I don't believe you.
In the control area, Benjamin noticed the damage and demanded Sweetie locate Yerzy or Danica, but the system returned nothing. Understanding the danger, Benjamin attacked Troy with a grappling device to knock him back, then fled with Kayla to look for weapons in another section.
He recalled the shuttle, abandoned Nick, and Yerzy and Danica aren't on board.
What are you gonna do, Bench?
Benjamin moved through the ship on high alert. A sudden noise made him turn, expecting Troy, but it was only a service robot. When he turned back, Troy was already there. Benjamin shot him in the head, yet Troy kept coming. Troy grabbed the weapon and threw Benjamin into the quarantine room.
Evacuate the atmosphere on the other side of this hatch!
Benjamin pleaded with Sweetie to open an outer hatch and eject Troy. Sweetie refused because her rules prohibited harming humans. Troy fired at the sealed door, then hammered it until he forced it open. He attacked Benjamin again and killed him. Sweetie notified Kayla of Benjamin's death and could not reach Nick.
Do you read me? Nick, come in.
Troy then confronted Kayla and revealed the truth. He was Carl, her former partner, restored and changed by the artifact so completely she had not recognized him. Carl said he had lured the Nightingale to Titan because he wanted to see her again. He believed his new abilities would impress her and make her return. When she tried to get away, he restrained her.
I sent it because I wanted to rescue you.
You have to try and listen to me.
Nick reached Kayla over the communicator and said the rescue unit he had prepared was on its way and that he was returning to the ship. Carl fixated on Nick's voice, and in that distraction, Kayla grabbed a laser tool and shot Carl in the eye. His body immediately began repairing the damage, and Kayla sprinted to the docking area to receive Nick.
That thing didn't make you this way, or were you actually born so stupid?
Especially since I'm the one sitting in your captain's chair.
Sweetie, activate automatic docking procedures in the cargo bay.
As the docking door started to open, Carl fired a grappling hook into the gap and yanked in what looked like a person. It was only an empty suit decoy. Moments later, the real Nick entered, carrying 2 heavy tools, and the fight began. Carl's strength gave him the early advantage. He battered Nick, disarmed him, and slammed him into the walls.
Docking complete. Opening airlock.
Kayla grabbed an axe and struck Carl from behind, giving Nick a brief opening. Nick recovered a tool and cut off Carl's arm with a powerful swing, then forced him into a cage and sealed it while he and Kayla rushed to the alien object.
An exponential expansion capability? This cannot get back home.
Carl ripped the axe from his back and broke out. Sweetie warned the artifact was turning unstable, and the ship was already set for launch, leaving about 10 minutes. Carl reattached his severed arm and stormed into the cryogenic area, smashing pods with the axe.
Attention. Extensive damage to dimensional stabilization chamber.
He spotted Nick moving the artifact toward a safer location and chased him. Carl caught who he thought was Nick, but it was a robot disguised as him. Carl took the object, missing the device hidden inside. Kayla remotely ordered the robot to make a crude hand gesture, then detonated the explosive. The blast tore Carl apart and badly damaged the Nightingale. Then Sweetie detected an even larger threat. The artifact was reacting with the gravity of the nearby blue giant star and had started a chain reaction that would trigger a supernova. If it completed, the shock wave would reach Earth in 51 years. Sweetie warned it could either wipe out human life or cause unpredictable changes to humanity.
The resulting supernova would likely reach Earth in 51 years.
With the ship failing and seconds draining away, Kayla and Nick faced a final choice. Only one escape pod still worked, and they chose to use it together, even though it was not designed for two people. As the star detonated, the Nightingale barely completed a jump that carried them back toward Earth.
Attention. 1 minute to dimension jump activation.
After arriving, they noticed unnatural changes. Each now had one of the other's eyes, caused by a 2% genetic material transfer during the dimensional jump. Sweetie scanned them and reported they were medically stable. Then another result appeared. Kayla was pregnant. They held each other tightly, bracing for what would come next.
Has resulted in a 2% transfer of genetic material. You're going to have a child. Congratulations.